Welcome, Jason. And how is life with the coronavirus right now? What's your life been like? I assume it's been a whole lot easier since you tested negative, and you feel a lot more at ease over the last week or so.
Yeah, the first week, a little over a week, was tough because I was really isolated and I was in Boston and I couldn't see Deuce, and that was the toughest part. But as soon as I found out I was negative, I went to go pick him up, and that just made it easier to the stress was gone, and if I'm gonna be in the house, I'd rather be able to see Deuce. So
What was the reaction of Deuce when it had been like 10 days? You said, right, that you didn't see him.
yeah, that was the longest like I've ever been in the same place as him and couldn't see him. So that was tough. I don't know if he like knew I was I was at home, but I just
Yeah.
couldn't see him. But I was FaceTiming him every night and FaceTiming him throughout the day. And I knocked on the door, he opened it, and he was happy. I just picked him up and grabbed him.
Marcus Smart got his results back earlier and got a positive, and you guys still were waiting after that, weren't you?
Yeah, we all took it on the same day because we were all traveling together once we came back from Milwaukee, and we took the test a couple of days later. The way they explained it to us is the lab was obviously extremely busy, so they were working as best as they could to getting tests back as soon as possible. So everybody just got their tests on different days, and it was scary when Smart found out that he had it and that he didn't have any symptoms. So it was like, wow, any of us can have it at this point.
You were on a roll that nobody else was. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Obviously, everybody loves basketball, and especially it's weird that right before playoffs, the season is suspended. Our last game was at Indiana, and I didn't wake up that day like, yo, this is my last game for a while. Like it's just a weird feeling. But I tell people all the time, early in the season, I put so much pressure on myself. Obviously, I wanted to win. I wanted us to be a really good team, but I also thought about making an All-Star game every day. Every time I had a bad game, like I remember I would text Drew and I'd be like, Drew, like I don't think I'm gonna make it anymore. And he'd be like, bro, relax. And then when I would have a good game, I'd be like, bro, I think I'm gonna make it. And I remember when I went 1 for 18, I was like, no, there's like everybody just gonna think about this one. I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah.
And it was like the weight of the world was lifted off my shoulders when I found out. And kind of ever since then, I just played a lot more relaxed and a lot more free. And I think that had a lot to do with it.
In your head, you've got to be thinking, well, we may play again, because you gotta be ready for it, don't you?
Yeah. I got the trainers, they called me and asked me, what I needed from the weight room when they would bring anything by. So they brought a bike by, they brought bands and a weight vest and dumbbells. So, just to stay ready and stay in shape, while we doing nothing. Everybody wants us to play. The players, we obviously want to play, under the right circumstances.
Would you rather just go into the playoffs, or you want a little bit of time in the regular season, if you could, just to kind of shake off that rust, I guess, before the biggest games, if you came back?
I mean, I don't think there's a perfect way or perfect scenario, or perfect way to go about it, but I think most people would want to go to the regular season. I think we had like 19 games left. I don't know if you break that down to half. We play like the last 9 on our schedule, because I know there's probably a few teams that's probably in the 9th or 10th spot that, like Portland, I know they probably, would like a chance to get in the playoffs. And I don't think that would be fair to, just go right to the playoffs, and teams that were playing well and, fighting for that last position or last 2 not to get a chance.
What about the Olympics? You know, you'll be in the mix now, certainly for a spot on the Olympic team. The Olympics have been pushed back. We don't know when they'll take place exactly, but you know, is this something where you still would heavily consider playing in the Olympics, or are you thinking at this point it'd be hard to do with everything that's going on in the world and you know, with the NBA being pushed back?
Um, I think that's a tough question. Obviously, playing in the Olympics is like the highest honor, and playing for the Team USA, I would always say yes to that. Obviously, health is always, your first priority. So I just would have to see how things played out. But I've talked to Coach Pop, and he knows that I would love to, be a part of that.
All right. Well, listen, take care, and we'll talk soon. Just stay safe. All right, man?
All right, thank you. You too.
You got it.